Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to our seminar for our November Umrah tour, departing on the 22nd and coming back to JFK on the 2nd of December. We will be covering a few topics today. The first one is we will be introducing you to your group leader, Brother Tahir Javed, TJ, and we will be going over your schedule, and then we will be covering a little bit about Nuzuk, inshallah. We already shared some instructions in the group, but we will be going over some more details. And then we will also be giving you some tips for this upcoming trip, so you have easier time. Maybe you haven't started your packing or anything like that, so you can start preparing for this trip, inshallah. So I would like to request Brother Tahir to unmute himself, inshallah, and he can continue talking.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, we're going to be going for this Mubarak trip for the Umrah. So inshallah, I'll see you guys on the 22nd at the JFK around 8 a.m. Our flight is 11 a.m. So inshallah, on 23rd, we will be in the morning between 7 and 7:30 at the Riyadh airport. And by the time we're done with the immigration and custom, will be 9 a.m. And between 9 a.m. and 4 a.m., 4 p.m., we will have about 3.5 or 4 hours. So meanwhile, we will take care of our SIMs or phones matters. And then we have, inshallah, flight for the Medina. And next day, alhamdulillah, we have a Jumatul Mubarak. So we will have, luckily in this group, we have one Jummah in Medina and one Jummah in Mecca. So we will be preparing for our Jummah. And Jummah, you be in the Masjid Haram by 11 a.m. Otherwise, it's filled up very quickly. And also on the 3rd in the evening, I will giving you a tour around the masjid, and I'll explain you especially for the Hujjaj or who is coming first time. I will explain them the area of the Haram. So inshallah, on the after the Jummah Saturday, you have a free day. You will be performing all your salah and taking care of all the other. We are very close to the Alhamdulillah hotel. And 26th and 27th, we have our historical tour. So we're going to go around. We will take you to, inshallah, Masjid Quba, Masjid Qiblatain, and Shohada. And after that, inshallah, whatever time allow us, we will be back before the Zohr Salah. And next day, inshallah, we will going to the Mecca. And that will be, inshallah, around 10 a.m. So we will be there, inshallah, by the Asr time. And the same evening, we will perform the Umrah. So if you have your Nusik app activated already, so you can take the permit around 8 to 10 p.m. on the evening of the 28th. And inshallah, next day, we will have a free day, and 30th as well. And then we have our Jummah prayer. And then most likely in the evening, we will have a historical tour on next day when we are departing for the Jeddah. So we will take all the question at the end. I just went out with our trip from Medina to Mecca and then going back to Jeddah. And Harun will be explaining the rest of. I will be here to answer all the questions you have. You can still typing the question so we can look at the question and we're ready to answer them at the end of our presentation.
All right, Assalamu alaikum. So, a few important things that Brother TJ he mentioned. So, we do have activities on particular days, and this particular group, you are, mashallah, catching one Jummah in Makkah, one Jummah in Medina. So, inshallah, please make sure that you are able to make it and make your Jummah, inshallah. That's why it's very important when you arrive on Thursday to be well rested for the next day, so you're not worn out for the trip where you don't have enough energy. So try to take rest on that first day so you can jump right into it from the following day, inshallah. So he did mention Nuzuk as well too. It's very important that we download this app and start taking out our permits, inshallah. So for our dates, we do have a few dates available for the Roda. And then we also have our Umrah date available as well, inshallah, on the 28th. And for Nuzuk, if there are any kids traveling, they do need a separate account. There are no family accounts. So each individual that's traveling, they need their separate Nuzuk account and they need a separate device. You will need a different number for each member and a different email. The number is not as important to have access to, but the email is where you receive your one-time codes in order to activate your account. And anytime that you log out and log back in, they will require you, and with the password that you create with it, you will also need your one-time password. They will send you a code, a four-digit code through the email, which you enter in, and you get into the account. So it's very, very, very important that you take this account and have it activated so you are prepared for this trip, inshallah. And of course, if you're having any issues with Nuzuk, please make sure to reach out to me or Brother, so we can guide you a little bit further on how we can actually assist you regarding to activate Nuzuk. If you have not received your visa, please feel free to reach out to our office. Once this meeting is done, we will share that number with you alongside with the timings that you can take out the permits as well. So for Nuzuk, a couple of things. You want to make sure you have an internet connection. You may be able to get by, but you do want to make sure you can actually prepare yourself. And this is a safety net, basically. So a lot of people get by without an internet connection too, but the Nuzuk is, when you take out the Roda permits, you cannot take out another one for 45 days. So if you miss your Umrah permit, you want to make sure that you can cancel it on time. First of all, maybe you're about to fall asleep and you have a permit for 3 hours after, and you're not going to be able to make it for after midnight permit. Cancel that permit, take out a new one. So it's very important that you take out the permit. Some of us may be very active during night, some of us may be very active during the day. So take your permits out accordingly, because that 45-day waiting period, we're there basically for 9 days. 45 days is a long time. So make sure you can utilize this activity. For the salam, you don't need any permits. You can just walk in. This is a men only activity. The women can give salam from outside. So keeping these things in mind, just remember that for the Roda, it's a one-time activity for both men and for women. So we want to make sure the time you're taking out is going to work with you, inshallah. Our historical tour will be a day before we're departing, so you do have the evening of the day when we arrive, and then the 24th, the entire day. You have the 25th, the entire day, the 26th, the entire day. Anytime during these days is good to take out the permit, and as long as you can make it, inshallah. And even on the 27th, let's say you don't get a permit in these days, on the 27th, any permit before 8 a.m. and any permit after Zohar prayer is okay, because that's the time we will be in historical tours, which will be approximately 8 to, I would say, 12:30. In the morning is when you shouldn't be taking out the permit. And we will be sharing this information in the chat as well too, for your convenience. But just in case, if you're sitting on your phone right now and you have your Nuzuk app already activated, you can go ahead and take the permits. And for the 28th, when you arrive in Medina, just take out an Umrah permit for any time after 6 p.m. Umrah permit, they're not as strict as they are with the Roda permits. In fact, for almost a year and a half, I have not shown my Umrah permit. I just go in. Of course, I do always have one taken out just in case they ask. but they're not really checking as much. So you can just go ahead and get by. But the Roda permits, you definitely need to have it. And then you have a couple of free days, inshallah. Please do utilize that time in Makkah to make sure you're catching all your prayers, inshallah. And then if you're planning to perform more umrahs, once you're done with the first umrah and the permit time has passed, you can take out another permit for another umrah. Then you can take out another permit when that permit passed. And then, inshallah, when you're done with the Jummah, after Jummah prayer, we will be preparing to depart, and the historical tour will happen. The flight timing has changed for JFK, so we will be getting to the airport, inshallah, around 11 p.m. I do want to touch on some of the packing tips for this trip. The most important thing is make sure you're keeping all your medication that you need throughout the trip. That will be the number one thing. You know, you can go buy clothes, you can buy other things, but medication is something you want to make sure that any regular medication you're taking, just make sure you keep that with you. You may be able to access it over there too, but these are certain things that it may be more of an urgency than others. Make sure you're carrying enough clothes for the entire trip, because laundry is very expensive in Saudi. And also, you keep one of those refillable water bottles. They come in handy, especially while you're over there. We get regular water over here. There's no point of drinking regular water over there. You want to utilize Zamzam as much as possible. And when you go into Masjid Nawawi, all the coolers inside within the masjid, not within the grounds. I'm talking about when you enter into the masjid. They have these containers inside, which it says Zamzam on it. You can always go inside, fill up your water bottles, and try to drink as much as Zamzam as possible. So when you come back, you can give that to your family, your friends, your relatives. So you can utilize your time over there by carrying just one refillable water bottle. And usually, what I like to do is every prayer I go, I fill it up, and then the water usually lasts me till the next prayer. So both in Makkah and Medina, this it comes in handy. You want to utilize that time. You don't want it to be where only the time you go in for prayer, you guys just have a cup or two. Now you're just drinking Zamzam all the time. Also, Medina will be a little chilly, especially at particular hours. So I do highly, highly, highly just suggest either keep a light hoodie or a light jacket, which you will need during the trip. And at this time of the year, Makkah Medina does get a lot of rain, so it may get much cooler than what you may be used to during the day. So during the day, maybe like 80s, 90s, maybe even hundreds. But as soon as you hit particular hours at nighttime, even close to Fajr time, it may drop down to 60, it may drop down to 55. So just keep in mind that you will need a light jacket or light hoodie, and maybe you may not even need it during the trip, but just keep one just in case, inshallah. Also, for your packing, you are allowed two luggages, 50 pounds each, and you're allowed one hand carry and one personal item. I don't suggest to max out when you're packing from here. Keep some space available so you can do your shopping in Saudi, and you might want to buy some dates. Many people, they'll just buy one of their luggages will just be a date box over there. So maybe you may get 50 pounds of dates. So just keep some space for your shopping and all these things. So this way you have some space to bring back anything that you want to bring back for your friends and family. With that, inshallah, I would like to open it up for the Q&A. I don't see anything in the chat. So I am going to open up the mic option. So if anyone wants to ask a question, you're more than welcome to unmute yourself and ask, inshallah.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम अस्सलाम।
I joined little late. आप मुझे ये बताएंगे कि जो आप परमिट की बात कर रहे हैं कि I need a permit for Umrah and also for going to the Roza. So is it we have to apply it now or after reaching there we can apply?
No, you do need to apply for it now. Once you reach over there, it will be too late to get the permits. So the permits are open for our dates, and very important that, especially for the Roda, I'm not worried about the Umrah. I know there's a lot of questions come for the Umrah permit. Please take the permit for the Roda. It takes less than 5 minutes to activate your Nuzuk account. We have shared detailed instructions in the chat, and if you have not received your visa yet, we'll post a number so you can go ahead and basically get your visas, inshallah. I see there's a message. I have been trying to register for Nuzuk app, but it has not been working. Give it some time. Usually, they do updates Fridays and Saturdays. So if it doesn't work now, try in a couple of hours, inshallah.
So where is the link for applying for this permit?
If you open the instructions, it has the link for iPhone, it has the link for Android, and it has complete instructions on how to activate the Nuzuk app.
Okay.
And even if you like, if you whatever phone you're using, just go on the app store and just type in Nuzuk NUSUK, and the app will pop up over there. Download it, and then from there you can follow the instructions, inshallah, to activate it.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, I missed the initial part of the meeting. So, will there be a recording or?
There will be a
and,
recording available for the meeting.
Okay, inshallah. And for the Nusuk app that we have to download, and then I already had a Nusuk app before when I went to Umrah. So, is that the same app? The same account will be
That is
valid, or
the same app. In fact, your old username and password should work. If it doesn't, then you can use. If you haven't received your visa, you should have received it today. So if you haven't, I will be sharing the office number so you can reach out with your name, and they will send over the visa to you. And then, but most probably, the old account will work. I have still been using the same account, which was originally at Tamarna from 2001 November, and it's still working till now. I have not updated any information in there, and my
Okay,
visa has changed multiple times since then.
Okay, I have one question. Like last time, we went with an Umrah group, and they took the appointment together for all of the group at one time at Nusuk, and we all went as a group. So is that not a possibility, because we don't know when
We
when?
The thing is, the roda is one of those activities where it's so crowded. It's better to go at your own convenience, and the permits go out very fast. So it's better to go individually. But if any of the ladies want to actually communicate, and maybe you want to make a little group and go together, you're more than welcome to do so. But it is highly unlikely where one time works for everyone, especially with the roda. But when it comes to Umrah, it's like we all arrive at one time. We know if it takes long on the route, we know we're all tired. We need the same amount of rest in order to go and do our Umrah. So it's highly likely we do our Umrah together than going for the roda. But if you would like to communicate with any of the other females in the group, you're more than welcome to do so. And if you like, you can maybe create a group for the women, and I can share it in the chat, inshallah.
Okay, and is there a particular time that we should be opting out for? Like we should be going for, like for Rosa Rasul, like what dates and what
So
times?
I would say anything that you're getting available on the day we arrive there in the evening. I would say anything at nighttime, because the women is much more tougher than the men. So if you're getting something after Isha that day on the 23rd, take it. But if there's permits available for the coming Saturday on the 25th, it's you're rested, you have a day or two over there. It's better to take it out on the 25th, maybe the 26th. So those days they're free days, and it's much more relaxed to take out the permit in those days.
Okay, any particular time do we have to select?
They have very particular timings. There's already very limited slots in the system for the women. So whatever time you see available that you can make it for, I would say book it.
Okay, thank you. I think
You're
there are a lot of
welcome.
elderly people also in the group. So isn't it possible that you guys should do us as a group? No, that's not
So
feasible.
anyone that doesn't have anyone who can assist them at home regarding these permits, we always get in touch with them. We'll help them activate their account, and we will send them the username, password, and the details. But a lot of the elderly people, they're usually assisted with a family member that's going with them too. So it's not as tough. But even with wheelchairs, we can go over a lot of these things once we land in Saudi, because maybe there's someone who may need a wheelchair over there or something like that. So we will connect the group together. There are certain things that we are directly involved with, and then we are as a group, we're all working together in many of the things. So the group leader will not be able to go in with and them inside. So what they can do is they can guide you during the walk tour that you're doing it. Usually, ladies that go together comes to the road. So, like I said, if you would like, you can create a women's group, and we can share the link out so you guys have a private women's group, inshallah.
Okay, and how will we communicate with each other, inshallah, at Makkah and Medina? Because I heard WhatsApp does
Uh,
not work.
WhatsApp calling doesn't work there, but you can still send messages on it.
Okay, all
We
right.
are
Thank
doing
you.
all of our
Yeah.
communications through WhatsApp, like throughout the trip. Brother Tahir Javed, he will be, giving you notifications, letting you know when we're meeting, where we're meeting, what's happening, when we're leaving. All these things, you will get that communication through the group chat that we have. That is a notification chat. I will create another chat and share the link for anyone who wants to communicate with each other. So this way, there is a group communication chat as well too. So that will be shared as well too. And from there, if you guys want to create a separate women's group for WhatsApp, you're more than welcome to do so. But we will create a separate chat for internal communication with the group, inshallah.
Okay. And if we have any questions or anything, we cannot, since only the admins
Reach
can
out
send.
to us directly because we're able to assist much better,
Thank you.
because almost 60 to 70% of the questions we get, they're usually just related to the particular person that's talking with us, and it's easier for us to respond to them. And if we see a question which may apply to the entire group, we will post a message in the group with the answer for that, and of course, privately reply to whoever is reaching out to us as well too. So Brother Tahir Javed will be the one who is handling this group. So any questions, anything you may have, you can direct it towards him. I would highly suggest, try to keep communications, inshallah, with him. For any major questions that you may have, and of course, you have myself and other members of I know Harman staff who are available to you. But primarily, Brother Tahir Javed will be the one who is taking care of you during this group. So it's good. It's a good idea to reach out to him. And you will also be seeing him on the morning of the 22nd when you're departing from here as well too. So he will be taking care of you during the whole trip and traveling with you, inshallah.
Okay. Thank you. And please do
You're
send us
welcome.
the recording that we missed initially. Thank you.
All right, inshallah. I do see a question in the chat. I do want to take care of that. So, can we use eSIM instead of physical one? So, for eSIM, they do offer eSIMs when you land in Saudi. If you're trying to get an eSIM from there, you should be able to get one, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
This is Javed Rashid. I have a couple of questions. Zara thodi si clarification de de. I was under the impression that if you have applied for a visa, for a tourist visa, that should be sufficient for the Umrah. Is that true or not?
That is sufficient for the Umrah, but they do have permits in the system as well too. It doesn't take more than 2 seconds to take out the permit, and Umrah permits are widely available. It's not like the Roda permits where there's limited times. Like last Ramadan, nobody checked my permit, but I took out a permit to do Umrah in Ramadan last 10 nights while I just arrived there. So taking the Umrah permits are not an issue. They're widely available. And nobody is checking them. That's the main thing to understand. Like last time I showed my permit was about a year and a half ago. So nobody is really checking the permits. But when it comes to the Roda, it's a very limited space. The Riyaz Jannah Roda, it's a very limited space. So they are very strict with the permits over there. You do want to arrive on time, in fact, before your time, so you can make it there, inshallah.
Yes, thank you. I have a couple more questions. So I applied to the DUSA for the Umrah permit?
Yes, you apply through Nuzuk for the Umrah permit.
Okay. So we are leaving on 22nd. Do we meet at certain point? I know that we are supposed to be at 8 o'clock at JFK. Is a place that we meet to him, or are you going to give us the ticket beforehand?
Near the Saudi airline check-in counter. So once you arrive there, Brother Tahir Javed will be there, inshallah, and we do give out a few things at the airport. We give out one of the Ainu Harmain bags which you use during your trip. And we also give out luggage tags. So just in case, any of your luggages are misplaced anywhere, or even if you need to go communicate with the airline, it's easier for us to find a luggage which has our company tag on it. And if you If your luggage is misplaced anywhere in the hotels contact us directly. We have a luggage over here with your company tag on it. So it just adds an extra layer of security. And on top of that, like, we know which luggages belong to the group as well too. So a couple of those things do happen at the airport. If you don't need any assistance in Riyadh Airport, you can go ahead and head to the domestic terminal. It's a quick 15-minute shuttle. Your luggages, they do get transferred over to the Medina flight. You don't need to touch anything. You will receive your luggage in Medina Airport. So the next place where you regroup after JFK, it will actually be in Medina Airport. After you land, you collect your luggages, and Brother Tahir Javed will be keeping the group together. And then from there, you will be moving to the hotel from there.
Okay, so you mentioned that you will hand us a company tag. So that means I don't need to bring my own tag for the luggage?
It's up to you. You should always have it. I mean, if you want to put multiple on it, it's fine. That tag, the purpose of that tag is for us to know what luggages are with us, because a lot of the times we're standing by the belt, and we're with the last passenger right by the belt to pick up the luggage, and there's one luggage rolling around the belt with the Ainul Hadmain tag on it. So we can grab that and just take it with us, and whoever misplaced it, we're able to give it to them. It serves a purpose for us. Your luggage tag will serve a purpose, maybe if it gets misplaced somewhere or anything, but there is a place to put your information on it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question. I have a domestic flight to come to the New York. Do I have to pick up my luggage and then reload it at the Saudi airline, or will it be directly booked to Saudi Airlines?
No, you will have to rebook it with Saudi Airline.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
So I'm calling. I'm asking questions for my parents. My mother, she wants to go to Masjid Aisha a couple of times to do multiple umrahs. Is there an arrangement for that, or will she have to just like find a taxi on
So
her own?
we get involved with the first Umrah for the group, but if you require assistance, we can guide you how to get to Masjid Aisha. But we don't have a direct service where we're actually taking to Masjid Aisha and bringing you back.
Okay.
I do have another question from the chat, which I do want to answer before we move on. I need to use wheelchairs, so I have to take my own. So you are more than welcome to take your wheelchairs. It is a separate check-in other than your luggages and your hand carry. So you can check in your wheelchair and take it with you, inshallah. But if you would like, if you can walk a little bit, we can do the wheelchair request for you with the airline, and you can purchase a wheelchair when you get to Saudi. I do recommend this to most people, where buy the wheelchair in the beginning of the trip and donate it before you leave from there. It's Sadaqah Jariyah. Other people will be using that wheelchair. Even when you go to the hotels, it's wheelchairs that people gave inside the hotel to use. They're not really the hotel's wheelchair. So I would recommend that in order to, if you want to take a wheelchair from here, take it from here. But if you like, you can also buy from there and donate it as well before you come back.
Also, airline have some requirement that you have to wrap up the chair in order to go on a plane. So it will cost you at the airport too, I believe $32 or something. But airline is making to wrap up the the wheelchair.
All right, inshallah. I
Assalamualaikum.
believe someone was trying to ask a question before we took the chat question.
Yes. Assalamualaikum. I just wanted to know, when we reach Makkah, can we perform Umrah as soon as we reach there, or should we do it next day, or what?
So as a group, I would actually like Brother Tahir Javed to take this question, since he will be taking care of the group, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum.
So what happened, most likely we will be reaching around Asr time. And I usually allow a couple of hours to you take a rest. And then we go for around 8 p.m. as a group. Because most of you have already performed the Umrah and they like to do it their own timing, So they are most welcome to do so. And I will be posting the time of the Umrah once we reach to the Makkah hotel, inshallah.
Inshallah. And what about the vaccination? Are there any requirements for the vaccination, or it's just we can go ahead as?
It's good to have it, but they are not checking it.
Oh, okay, okay. And the phones, will our own phones suffice, or should we get SIMs there?
Yeah, it depends on your phones. If you have your carrier is allowing, for example, T-Mobile have phone which is working there. I have it myself, but the other carriers they might charge you for roaming. So in
Okay.
that case, it's cheaper to buy a SIM there over there, which is about $25, and
Okay.
it's good enough for your trip, for the local phone call, as far as the permit and usage of the internet there.
The number will be the same or different for the phone? Different.
You will get the new SIM and new number
Oh, okay.
for local SIM.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
what about subsequent Umrah? If you did the Umrah with you in the group, and next day I want to another Umrah, more Umrah. So how we can do this? We have to
Yes,
get
sure.
permission.
You can perform much as Umrah as you can and as you able to. Once you perform your Umrah, you come back to a hotel. Want to take a quick showers, have the ihram on, and then take a taxi or a bus, go to Masjid Aisha, come back, and you can perform the Umrah.
So I have
I
to take the permission, Tahir Bhai. We have to take the permission for second Umrah or third Umrah also.
You can, you will see it. They don't need it once you have a ihram on.
Okay.
But the safe side, you can take the
Permission.
and they're allowed.
Okay.
Okay, and what are the 2 days for ziyarah? You will take us to the ziyaras, all the places to visit, so we can accommodate the visit to the Medina Roza Sharif. So take an appointment for that. So is there a fixed day for that, for the ziyarah?
Actually, what is it on in Medina on 27?
Okay.
And that's between 8 a.m. and 12 noon.
Okay.
So on that time, as Brother Harun mentioned, except that you can take permit,
Okay.
whatever is
Thank
allowed.
you.
I
Okay,
think the
shukriya.
sister is more convenient and everything is at the night.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.
Love this. Any more questions? Go ahead.
So just clarify, we will reach on the 22nd or do we reach on 23rd there?
We will reach at 23rd, around
23rd.
Asr time.
Okay. And we will reach the Makkah on 27th?
28.
28th. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, inshallah. If there are no other questions, we will go ahead and end the meeting, and a recording will be available to you, inshallah, either tonight or by tomorrow morning. Jazakallah
Assalamualaikum.
khair, everyone, for joining.
One more
We will,
question.
inshallah, see you out there.
One more question, please.